In the Age of Sail, between the 15th and 18th centuries, basic artillery used to destroy forts was improved and transformed into powerful naval weapons. These new weapons gave Europe the strength to dominate the seas and expand its influence across the world. Before moving further, it's important to clarify the terminology. Aboard a ship, any piece of artillery was generally referred to as a gun or great gun, while the term cannon referred to a specific type of naval ordnance. The most important piece of a gun is its barrel. The barrels were mostly made of bronze. A medium-sized gun barrel was approximately 2.7 meters long, with a caliber of 83 millimeters. The front part of the barrel is called the muzzle, and the rear part is called the breech. At the top of the rear part of the gun, there is a small vent or touch hole through which the fire or ignition is introduced to fire the gun. There are trunnions on both sides of the barrel, which serve to hold the barrel in place. To keep the trunnions strong, capsquates are installed on top of them. The function of capsquates is to hold the trunnions firmly in place. To further secure and lock them, linchpins are used, which make the gun more stable. During firing, when recoil force is generated, these parts help protect the gun from damage. The carriage. Carriage is the main structure of the gun, supporting the gun, carrying its weight, and also absorbing shocks during firing. And these are the trucks. With the help of trucks, the movement of the artillery becomes easier. The gun is moved back and forth with ease, and when the gun is fired, the recoil force generated by it is very powerful, which will damage the ship from time to time. The trucks work to absorb it. Trucks absorb the force but also accelerate the backward movement of the gun. To prevent the gun from recoiling excessively, a restraining rope, commonly known as a breeching rope, is used. This rope is tied to the ship through the rear end of the barrel, helping to control and limit the gun's backward motion during action. These are the train tackles, a pulley and rope-driven system that moves the gun side to side. Train tackles move the gun side to side. A wooden wedge called coin controls the up and down angle. Because the barrel is very heavy, the crew uses a long lever, a handspike, to lift the breech when they adjust the coin. Once a gun has been fired, it usually requires a crew of 7 to 8 people, along with some tools, to reload and prepare it for the next action. First, let's take a look at the crew. Each member had a specific and important role to play. Master Gunner. He is responsible for overseeing all the ship's guns and ammunition. The Gunner's Mate. The Gunner's Mate helps the Master Gunner take care of the guns and ammunition. Powder Monkeys. The job of the Powder Monkeys was to bring in ammunition. This work was usually done by young boys, but sometimes women also took part in it. Gun Crew. A group of experienced sailors, known as the gun crew, handles every gun on board. Each gun crew has a leader called the gun captain. He commands his team, aims the cannon, and controls the timing of every shot. And some essential equipment was also kept, such as cleaning tools, ammo loading equipment, and a tub of water for safety, so that if a spark or fire ever broke out, it could be extinguished immediately. Now, to reload the gun. First, the gun was run into the loading position, and then the gun door should be closed to protect the crew. A crewman blocks the vent before loading to prevent sparks from igniting the charge. And then, a wet sponge is pushed through the barrel to extinguish any remaining embers and clean the bore. A tool called a wormer, fitted with a screw-shaped tip, is inserted into the barrel to remove any leftover debris. Then a pre-measured powder bag, made of cloth or paper, is rammed into the barrel. Now load the shot. Generally, cannonballs or round shot were used. There were many types of ammunition available, which we will discuss later. The projectile is rammed against the powder, followed by a patch of wadding to block the shot from falling out. A fine priming needle is passed through the touch hole to make opening in the powder bag cartridge. Prepare the powder for ignition. The powder horn contains serpentine powder. Serpentine, a very fine priming powder for ignition, ignites very easily, creates a path between vent and chamber that serves as fuse. Now the gun is ready to fire. The gun port was closed during reloading to protect the crew. Crew opens the gun port and run out the gun. An iron-tipped wooden stick equipped with a burning match called a linstock ignites the charge. The fire travels through the vent into the chamber and ignites the gunpowder, producing gases that rapidly expand and force the cannonball out of the barrel. The shot then speeds toward its target. Now, let's look at some common types of ammo. The most common was the round shot, a solid iron ball designed to smash through walls, ships, and fortification. At short ranges, it was usual to load and fire 2 round shots at a time. A single round was used only at longer ranges. Canister shot, or langrage. A canister shot is a thin metal tin packed with hundreds of iron balls, stones, scrap, or broken glass. Almost anything could serve the purpose. It was mainly used in battle to strike group of enemy troops. Grape shot, case shot, cluster of lead or iron balls 2 inches in diameter. Bound to a frame swaddled in a cloth and lashed with wire so they flew as one lethal unit, effective for anti-personnel use. At close range. Chain shot. 2 iron balls or hemispheres connected by a short length of chain, anti-sail, anti-rigging employment at close ranges. To disable enemy ship mobility. Bar shot. 2 projectiles linked by a chain-rigid bar assembly. Bar shot and chain shot. Specialist anti-rigging rounds. For disabling an opponent's sailing ability, which one was truly superior, remains matter of historical debate.